Pokemon Sword is rated E for everyone by the ESRB. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Sword Blind. In the last episode, I'm still not figuring out how to get that to stop on the correct side. Still not. In the last episode, we entered Spikemuth and defeated our first Dark type gym leader. And while it is super cool, the concept of the Dark type gym leader, in my own world, I've always been so fascinated by the Dark type. I'm a little disappointed by the direction that they went for the Dark type gym leader. They went with a rocker, which isn't to say that's the bad part. It's that they made him underwhelming. What is going on here? Leon! All this red light, is it Dynamax light? There's red light? What is this red light? I don't know, but people, move out of the way! Oh, thank goodness, Hop saved me from a Liepard. This is mad. You know what I mean? Where's Leon? That's what I'd like to know. That noise. It was like some massive explosion. There was a huge surge of red light, and then wild Pokemon just started Dynamaxing around me. Brazen as you like. Take a look at the news. Wow. See, there's Lee. He really is the greatest, right? Lee and his Charizard took down that Dynamax Pokemon in the blink of an eye. And that's gonna be annoying in recording. I knew Lee was strong, but this really makes you appreciate how great he is, eh? Let's go meet up with him, Dyrezz. He should be at Hammerlocke Stadium. Well then, let's get going. It's insane to think that right here on this bridge was a giant Berserker. And since we've already came this way earlier, the Pokemon in the area, the trainers in the area have been defeated. And now we've already made it back to Hammerlocke. Okay. So as I was saying about Piers, I love his concept. His whole character design, he's super cool looking. But he's so unenthusiastic as a dark type gym leader. Like, he doesn't portray what dark type Pokemon are, which are mischievous. They undermine strategies. Over here. Well, if it isn't Dyrezz. I'd expect nothing less from you and your Charizard, Leon. You took down that Dynamax Pokemon in no time. Well, I am the unbeatable champion after all. But what all is going on here? An overflowing red light. Pokemon Dynamaxing without a power spot? Yeah, but why? I'm not sure what's going on. That red light could suddenly appear again at any time and we'd have no way of knowing. But being able to predict such things is part of a scientist's work. Gran. The chairman called for me. He wanted to know all of the red lights He wanted to know all about the red light's relationship to the Dynamax phenomenon. Did the chairman know anything? Nothing worth my time. The chairman's all wrapped up in fretting over the future of our energy, apparently. He's left everything to that executive lady. We just don't have enough data. That's why I wanted to ask you to start looking into things too, Sonia. You know more than anyone about the darkest day, after all. Are you saying that red light and the darkest day are connected? Hey, do you reckon there's anything we could do to help out? Yeah, we'll help. Thanks, I appreciate the thought. But all I could ever ask of you would be that you join me in the greatest final match ever. I'll do my part to make that happen by keeping everybody's future safe. So you just keep on doing your part by winning your way through the gym challenge. Right, of course, you're the unbeatable champion after all, eh? Grand, there's something I want to look into. You'll help me, right? Naturally. So, I'm still not getting involved in the story? Looks like we all know what we need to do. So you two, clear the gym challenge so we can meet again at the Champion Cup. I know what I need to do, alright. Defeat that Piers once and for all. You're off to Hammerlocke Stadium, yeah? Raihan's a tough nut to crack. Okay, well, I guess we'll be going into the stadium here. Now I'm a little... I'm not sure how I feel about this, actually. Pokemon Red, Gold, Red, Blue, Green, Yellow, Blue, Silver, Silver, Gold, Platinum. I'm just getting my Pokemon titles all mixed up because I'm thinking them all at once. They all got us involved in some world-saving phenomenon, and this one is literally, there's something going on. Oh no, don't worry about it. Let the adults worry about it. I'm worrying about it. There was a giant Pokemon on the bridge. You think that's not gonna affect the trainers in any way? Well, this is the final gym. Am I ready to take on the final gym? I'm gonna say no. Instead of going to the final gym, we're gonna do some major backtracking. So starting off this backtrack tour, we are going to come back here to Route 2 right outside of Magnolia's house, where now that we have the water bike, we can traverse across the rivers and the lake. So let's start by going up this river. We have an item, the Choice Band. Curious Headband boosts attack, but only allows the use of one attack. That is a common use in the meta game for really boosting the attack power of certain moves. In this lake, you'll find a wild Feebas by fishing. However, I was able to obtain my Feebas long before that, so I don't have to worry about catching a wild one. Bottle of Max PP up. You can find a wild Dreadnought. What else can we find here? Do be cautious, because coming towards the screen, you'll obviously not be able to see Pokemon. We are on the river that is backing up all the way up the road. Psychic Seed. And further up, I saw that flash. A Water Stone. We're back at the lake and continuing on. Let's see what else we have. I'm just gonna do these maneuvers so that I can do a widespread look. An Obstagoon is in the way. Yikes. I was hoping to just sneak by him. But this is a good opportunity. Last episode, I had traded my own Obstagoon off to get a... Ooh. It's a good thing I came here. Let's get Flapple out of this battle. Once again, I say let's get Flapple out of this battle. So we traded our Obstagoon for a Cantonian Mr. Mime, and surprisingly, when I told my brother about it, he did not realize he could go back into Spikemuth to talk to people. So now he's gonna be... Yikes. That was a greatly planned move on his part. Let's bring out Centiskorch. So now he knows to go back to Spikemuth to get that Pokemon for his Pokedex. Though since he already has Mr. Mime's Galar for him, I'm pretty sure he doesn't need to worry about going back. But it's for our completionist mindset. Okay. Ooh, these Zigzagoons are really... I will most likely do some training off screen in order to catch up my Pokemon to, it looks like, a wild level of level 50. Okay. So let's see what else we've got. There's a Gyarados. Go away, Eiscue. Oh, okay. Well, that's not what I wanted. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Gyarados. Level 40. Okay. So maybe the Obstagoon was just a rare occurrence. Hydro Pump. That makes me feel good. Let's go for another. Of course, if Gyarados uses a flying move. There we go, critical hit and knockout. There was a sparkle in the water over here, which is why I was interested. Prism Scale. This is used to evolve Feebas into Melodic. So that can happen now. Let's see what else we've got. I think that's it. Because we've been to the island in the center. And the island, yeah. So that's it for here on Route 2. I will now meet you guys in our next location in just a moment. So the next body of water that we can enter is right here in Galar Mine 2. And this gives us Mudshot. Also a chance to catch a wild Gastrodon if you weren't feeling like evolving a Shellos. So I missed this on my initial walkthrough of Route 8. Right by the campsite, there's this little passage here, and behind it is a terrain extender, useful for if you're primarily using things like grassy terrain or fairy terrain. For the final stop of this backtracking tour, I do just want to say this is now possible. You are able to open up every area of your map, including this spot here, known as Eiscue's Eye, which is a great spot to catch wild Pokemon like Eiscue. Haxorus appears on this isle like right now. It's a great spot to find sweet apples and tart apples for version exclusives. This is the Pokemon that I've been waiting for. Frillish. Such an elegant looking Pokemon. And there are gender differences between Frillish. Males are blue and females are pink. Hydro Pump again. These wild Pokemon sure are getting powerful attacks. Okay, so what else? Now Dynamax dens that can only be exclusively found on the water can be accessed, and they will be triggered by the Dynamax Red Beam Light now. So something to keep an eye out for. Weather conditions have become more intense, such as blizzards, sandstorms, and thunderstorms being more prominent in the overworld map. I haven't come across fog yet, but that might change in, like, hopefully now, since I'm female. Now that I have 7 gym badges, I should be able to come across the... Oh, Lapras. I couldn't catch that Lapras. It was level 59. It's 56. Just above what I could catch. Anyways, so we have access to these water areas, so I'm going to show off some of the items you can find now that you would have access, such as Air Slash. Tart Apples. Right here in Bridgefield, we have an island that is an exclusive spot for the water bike. You can get TM75 low sweep. You can also encounter a wild Gallade if you didn't want to use a Dawnstone to evolve it. There we go, Big Pearl. Oh, that is a fast boy. In the back of Dusty Bowl, there is this little area here. You can get cross poison and access to another tree, and I don't know what's here. Tiny mushroom, bomb mushroom, mushrooms. So you have access to this area. And finally, up here at the Stony Cap, Giant's Cap, is this body of water which crosses over to Lake of Outrage. And over here we have some exclusive stuff we'll want to grab. But we have to be careful too, because there's going to be strong leveled Pokemon. A Focus Sash, Lampent, Ninetales. Oh. There's going to be plates here. Oh, not plates. Stones. One of each evolutionary stone. And I know that because you can encounter the EV evolutions here in this area. As this was where my brother grabbed a Vaporeon. I had to remember the Pokemon type. And for me, in this weather condition, I could catch Flareon had I not already evolved a level 1 Eevee. You know what? Let's take a peek in. That's Copperaja. That's cool. There are some exclusive Pokemon here that can be caught in Shield. You can find Gumi in the Rain, and in Sword you can find Deano. Salt Vest. This offensive vest raises special defense but prevents the use of status moves. Okay. And then there's just that small little area in the corner. Ooh, Chandelure. Almost ran right into that one. And then finally, right over here, we have one last HM, TM, TM65 Shadow Claw. Okay, and that's going to conclude our little tour of Galar for the water bike accessible areas of the game. I know this episode is going to be very short in comparison to the other episodes, but it does not end here, because following this will be a montage of the final evolution of Pokemon that I have in my Pokemon box. It's going to include others. I can't even remember. It's going to include me catching the remaining Pokemon that I can catch up to this point. That will include some rare encounters and stuff like that, so be prepared for that. I just want to move Frillish to the correct spot, because I need to evolve Frillish and Frillish. So I'm going to evolve all these Pokemon. I haven't found the Razor Claw for Sneasel, but I will figure it out. I don't have the chipped teacup for Sinistea, but I will find that out too. And that's basically it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a comment in the comment section below, mash that like button, and subscribe if you have not, for more Pokemon Sword blind content. In the next episode, we're going to take on Hammerlocke Gym's gym leader, Raihan, and make our way towards the final branch of this game. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you then. Bye.